Welcome back to Dinosaur Island Revival. Here we see Rocket grazing in the plains. However, Rocket is being stalked by a Guanlong. The Guanlong gets ready to make his move and then strikes. It leaps at Rocket. Rocket moves out of the way fast and the Guanlong falls fast on its feet. But Rocket has to run away fast or else he's going to be caught. Oh, he's tripping up on many of the roots and plants in the ground. Rocket has escaped the Guanlong and comes out of the bushes to see what could be his only hope of survival. A large herd. In fact, this is the herd we were following last episode with their leader Zeus. Rocket goes towards Zeus, but is automatically chased off by Wrigley. Rocket knows that this is not his place. He backs off. He will have to find a new home. With Rocket now gone, the herd can now graze in peace. Drax has been getting on very well since we last saw him. It's been a week since then. The snow is completely gone and Drax is settling in well with his new herd. The herd is getting on very well, at least for now. This is Alan, a male Utahraptor. He's part of the largest Utahraptor pack on the island. He has a larger brain than most Utahraptors. In fact, most raptors. This allows him to use different methods when hunting, and also smarter methods for hunting also. This is Shaman, another Utahraptor in this pack. Him, Alan and another Utahraptor are off hunting for their pack. Oh, and the other Utahraptor I was talking about is Shadow, the leader of the Utahraptor pack. He goes out with every hunt, and he's the one that eats first. He walks up to Alan and knocks him over. Shadow hates Alan. I think it's because of the different ways of thinking. Shadow does not support Alan's smarter ways, and does not like getting new ideas either. Alan gets back up. He wants to kill Shadow, he really does, but he keeps it inside, for he would be an outcast if he attacked him. Their pack hasn't eaten in 2 weeks, and the situation is getting dire. Luckily, they may have just found a buffet for them to take. Alan is watching his prey. They've been stalking them for about an hour. The prey is a herd grazing in the middle of a field. Their plan is to get them all separated and pick them off one by one. However, with 3 raptors, this may be harder than it looks. Alan had an idea, but Shadow has again turned it down. And as for punishment for disagreeing with him, he claws his face. Shaman comes over to see what all the fuss is about, and wisely, he backs away. The plan is for Alan to run into the middle of the herd and get them all frightened, whereas Shaman will then come behind and start attacking them, and Shadow will do the same. They will attack on Shadow's order. On that order, Alan runs into the middle of the herd and starts biting Drax. It seems they found our herd that we've been following. Shaman comes from the other side and starts attacking Orion. And last but not least, Shadow comes to confront Zeus. Zeus calls the herd to tell them to split up, to tell everyone to get out of the area. Drax and Hades are the first to go, running off into... Then Wrigley. Spike runs away, abandoning his mate and child. Crimson is left, defending all the children. When Zeus tells her to go, she goes with the children, and they follow. And Crimson runs off with the children. When Zeus is in dire need of help, Orion abandons him after Zeus's order to help him. However, Orion knows what he's doing. He's wanted to be the leader of the herd for a long time, and he was second in line. And this was the final thing he had to do to become the leader. Shadow has managed to scratch off one of Zeus's eyes. Zeus is left blinded from one of his eyes and cannot see all of his attackers. With one powerful swing, Zeus knocks Shaman off. Then Alan comes from the side and pounces on him, ripping flesh from his neck. The fight is all over, and the raptors are now going to the forests for the rest of Zeus's herd. Here we see Spike wandering the forests, tired. He's been running for hours and is about to when up ahead he can see Wrigley. His hopes have just been raised and he's running towards her. Just as he starts running, Shadow pounces on him. Then Shaman and finally Alan. When suddenly Shadow pierces his neck, killing Spike. Shadow comes up to eat first, as he is the leader. Then Shaman and Alan come to eat as well. But the smell of blood attracts many other things than raptors. The moaning and the blood has attracted Matthew and his father Saber, and they want this carcass for themselves. Shadow sees them coming and orders his raptors to run. Saber and Matthew dig into their new feast. But he will have another challenge to face. Red Sail wants this food too. And then, confused amongst it all, is Matthew, hiding in a nearby bush as his father ordered him to. Red Sail walked away, and Saber thinks he's won. But then suddenly, from the bushes, emerges Red Sail and clamps down on Saber, pushing him to the ground. He walks up to Saber and slits his neck but not going completely in. Not enough to kill him, but enough to wound him. Saber hit his head off a huge rock and has been knocked out. Bloodtooth doesn't know this yet. And continues to bite him, ripping flesh off of his body. He now has figured out that he's knocked out and goes for his wind prize. Matthew can't stay here and wait for his father to get up. Matthew must leave. But he's finding it hard to let go of his father. He knows it's time. And he marches away into the dark woodland. It seems that this battle did not turn out well for the T-Rex family. Bloodtooth is eating his meal when suddenly a ginormous tree falls on him, pressing him on the ground. He isn't able to get up and is stuck there. But what was the thing that knocked down the tree?